The crowd was loud, too loud. Aliens from every corner of the galaxy filled the metal arena. Some were 10 feet tall, some had tails, fangs, or extra arms. But they all had one thing in common. They were here to see her die in the middle of the pit, under blinding lights. Rhea knelt chained at the wrists and ankles, her purple skin bruised, her long pink hair messy, and her lips still curled into a smirk. She looked like a goddess, a dangerous one. Her outfit, barely there, a shiny leather top, small enough to distract even a priest, and a waist chain that did nothing to hide her curves. Two beasts circled her, huge, black-furred, wolf-like creatures with red glowing eyes and jaws full of teeth. One of them growled, sniffing the air. She's scared. The other leaned closer. No, she's wet. Rhea licked her lips slowly. Boys, you better. Bite hard, I like it rough. The crowd roared with laughter. But up in the shadows of the arena, Dax stood, a human, tall, armored. Deadly. He watched her, silently. This wasn't the first time she got herself in trouble, but this was the first time they chained her like some exotic prize. A week ago, she kissed him on a mission. Just once. But he still remembered how her body felt against his. She had whispered, "Don't fall in love, soldier. I bite." Now she was bait. The loudspeaker cracked. Let the beasts rip her apart. Let this alien whore scream. Dax's jaw tightened. The first beast stepped closer. "Any last words, girl?" Rhea smiled. "Yeah. Hope you stretched." The beasts lunged both at once, but just before they could reach her, boom. An explosion ripped through the arena wall. Dust, fire, screams, metal debris flew into the crowd as panic spread. The lights flickered, alarms blared, and from the smoke, Dax dropped, landing like a storm in human form. Black armor glowing with blue lines, pulse rifle in one hand, fury in his eyes. The first beast stopped, confused. A human, Rhea sighed. "Finally, took you long enough." She teased. Dax aimed. "Had to check my hair first." The second beast jumped at him. Dax shot it midair. The thing dropped like meat. The first beast roared and charged. Dax dodged, slid under, sliced its leg, and sent it crashing to the ground. "Get me out of these chains," Rhea shouted. Dax shot the locks. The chains broke. She stood up, cracked her neck. Her body gleamed in the light, half bloodied, half goddess. "Let's make this sexy," she said, grabbing a blade from the ground. "Always," Dax replied. They stood side by side, the human and the alien, warrior and weapon. And then, the walls began to shake again. Rhea turned to him. "You brought backup, right?" Dax blinked. "No, you." Before she could answer, the arena floor cracked open, and something massive crawled out of the pit. 10 legs, a mouth full of fire, a beast no one had ever seen before. Rhea looked at Dax. "So, you still think foreplay's over?" He smiled. "Sweetheart, it's just getting started." Comment question with a naughty twist. "If you were chained in the arena, would you fight the beast or flirt with it first?" The ground shook beneath them. A deep, ugly growl echoed from the pit. The alien crowd went silent. Even the guards stopped cheering. From the cracked arena floor, something climbed out. It wasn't just a beast. It was a damn nightmare. 10 legs, mouth like a furnace, eyes glowing red like lava under pressure. Dax took a step back. Rhea stood firm, her blade dripping with blood. "That thing has more legs than my ex," she whispered. Dax smirked. "Bet. It listens better too." The monster lunged faster than expected. Its huge jaw snapped inches from Rhea's face. She ducked, spun around, slashed its leg. Nothing. The skin was like stone. It swung its tail. Dax got hit and flew across the sand, armor scraping against the ground. He groaned. "Still better than our first date," he muttered. Rhea dodged again and jumped onto the monster's back, gripping one of its armored ridges. She stabbed hard. The blade bent. Shit. The monster reared up, tossing her like a ragdoll. She hit the wall hard, coughed blood, and laughed. "You hit like a drunk lizard, baby." The crowd, once entertained, now looked worried. Guards moved, doors closed. This wasn't part of the show. Inside the VIP booth, a fat alien with golden eyes screamed into a mic, "Kill the human, kill the female, and kill that beast before it eats us all. But it was too late. The monster wasn't playing by their rules. It turned toward the audience and breathed fire. Flames roared across the first row, screams, melting armor, running feet. Dax stood up, eyes locked on the chaos. He looked at Rhea, then at the tower behind the beast. "Think we can push it?" he asked. Rhea raised an eyebrow. "Babe, I can push harder than that." She ran. He ran. The monster followed. They weaved through burning debris, jumping over bodies. Rhea shouted, "You know, this would be a lot hotter if we weren't about to die." Dax laughed. "You say that every time we team up. You say that every time I wear leather." They reached the tower base. Rhea spotted the support pillars. "Shoot those." Dax aimed. His plasma rifle fired. Boom. The first pillar exploded. The beast roared, closing in fast. Boom. Second pillar down. Rhea picked up a spear and turned toward the monster. "Come on, sweetheart," she said. "Let's dance." The beast charged. She threw the spear with everything she had. It hit the eye. The monster screamed and fell sideways just as the tower collapsed. Steel beams and heavy plates crashed down on the monster. Silence. Then a deep, loud breath. The monster was still alive. Rhea turned to Dax, chest rising and falling. Sweat glistened on her purple skin. "I need a drink. You need a shower. You offering?" Before he could answer, the ground exploded again. And this time, 3 more beasts climbed out. All different. All bigger. All angry. Rhea's smile dropped. She looked at Dax. "You brought protection, right?" Dax blinked. "You mean weapons, or the other kind?" Comment question with a naughty twist. "If 3 beasts came at you, would you run, fight, or offer them a group hug?" Asterisk. The dust was still floating. The first monster was crushed but still twitching. And now 3 more beasts stood at the edge of the pit. One had skin like steel plates. One had wings and claws soaked in acid. And the last was tall, smooth, and glowing like it just walked out of a nightmare. Rhea stared. "Okay, now it's a party." Dax wiped blood from his lips and said, "I forgot the cake." She stepped closer to him. "Forget cake. You brought protection, remember?" Dax glanced sideways. "Again, need you to clarify condoms or guns?" She grinned. "Both." The winged beast roared first. It launched into the sky, sharp wings slicing the air. The crowd was screaming now, not for the show, but in panic. The rich aliens were trying to escape. The guards were already dead. This wasn't an arena anymore. It was a war zone. Dax threw Rhea a second plasma pistol. She caught it midair and blew a kiss. "Now you're speaking my language." He looked at the winged beast. "You take flying chicken. I'll take shiny boy." "What about the steel one?" she asked. Dax shrugged. "Let's hope it hates foreplay." The battle began. The winged monster dove at Rhea. She rolled, fired, missed the first shot but clipped the wing on the second. Blood sprayed. It screamed. She laughed. "Told you I like it rough." The plated beast charged at Dax. He didn't move. He let it come. At the last second, Dax slammed his boots into the ground, launched over the monster's back, and dropped a grenade into its neck joint. Boom. Smoke. Metal. It staggered but didn't fall. Meanwhile, the glowing one just watched them both, eyes fixed, hands behind its back, silent. Rhea noticed. "That one gives me weird vibes." "Yeah," Dax said. "He's the smart one. Probably the leader." "Oh great," she muttered. "I hate the quiet, mysterious type." The glowing monster finally moved, with a flick of its fingers. The crushed beast from earlier stood back up. It wasn't dead. It was being controlled. Dax cursed, "Necrobeast puppeteer. This just keeps getting better." Rhea jumped onto the winged creature's back, jamming her pistol into its skull. "Guess what, cutie?" she whispered. "This isn't your climax." Bang! Brains splattered across the sand. The winged monster dropped, one down. The glowing one turned his head slowly and smiled. That smile wasn't just cold. It was amused, like he was enjoying the warm dash up. Dax yelled, "Rhea, fall back, now." But before she could move, the steel beast charged her side. She flew into a stone wall. Her gun flew. She groaned, purple blood trickling from her mouth. "Okay, that one hurt." The glowing one stepped forward, finally speaking. You humans, such noise, such filth, you don't know what's coming. Dax aimed at him. Maybe not, he said, but I know what's coming for you. And then, behind the glowing one, something dropped from the ceiling. Not a monster, not a bomb, but a human drop pod. Cracked, smoking, and from it stepped a woman in black armor, scar on her lip, blonde, holding a glowing red sword. She looked at Dax, then at Rhea. Miss me, baby, she purred. Rhea blinked. Ex-girlfriend? Dax sighed. It's complicated. Comment question. With a naughty twist, if your ex showed up during a fight, would you kiss them, slap them, or ask for a threesome? The new rival stood still, armor black as night, eyes glowing behind her visor, a red blade humming in her hand. She stepped through the smoke like it was her runway. Dax groaned. Why is it always the crazy ones that look hot in combat gear? Rhea was already pulling herself up against a broken pillar. Who the hell is she shouted. Dax coughed. Long story. Ended with cuffs. Rhea blinked. Kinky. The glowing alien turned. Clearly surprised. Another human. How many of you are left? The new woman laughed. Enough to make you regret being born. She pressed a button on her suit. Red energy surged down her sword. The arena floor trembled again. From under the sand, dozens of tiny metal orbs popped up. Drones, armed. To kill. Say hello to my toys, she whispered. And hell was unleashed. The drones flew at the monsters with precision, slicing wings, drilling into metal skin, exploding at weak points. The steel-plated monster roared in pain. Finally, it fell. One knee hit the ground. Then the head dropped with a mechanical crunch to down. The crowd, gone. Every exit blocked. No one left to scream. Rhea limped toward Dax. Can I ask you something? Sure, he said, breathing heavy. You dated her. She tied me up on the third date. Rhea snorted. And you didn't marry her. Didn't survive the fourth. The glowing one didn't laugh. He simply raised one finger. The dead-winged beast twitched. The steel one too. They were coming back, again. This wasn't just a battle. This was necrotech. He wasn't just strong. He was a controller. Rhea cursed. He's cheating. I call hacks, Dax whispered. We need to get out of here. But the woman in black wasn't done. She pulled out a second sword from her back. Dual-wielded. Both blades blazing red. Tell your undead puppies to stay down, shiny, she said. Before I bury your smug alien face in sand. The glowing one tilted his head. You think this is about survival? You think I'm here for sport? He raised his hands, and suddenly the arena collapsed. Metal pillars shattered, walls folded. Inward. And beneath it all, a hidden chamber revealed itself. Dax, Rhea, and the woman tumbled down with the debris, landing in a black, glowing pit. In the center of the room was a machine. Old, alien, and pulsing like a heartbeat. Rhea coughed. Okay, that's new. The glowing one floated down, hovering above them. This is the reason your kind will fall, he said coldly. He raised both arms. The machine lit up, and suddenly Dax screamed. His body lifted off the floor, floating in the air like a puppet. His armor cracked, his skin burned. The woman shouted. Dax, Rhea ran forward, but a force field stopped her. She pounded it, eyes wide. The glowing one smiled. Humans are loud, brave, emotional, but fragile. Rhea whispered, tears starting to form. He's not fragile. The glowing one grinned. Watch him break. But suddenly, the machine sparked. And then it exploded. Energy ripped through the chamber. And Dax dropped, not dead, but glowing. His eyes burned white. His voice echoed with something deeper, something ancient. And he said one word: to run. Comment question with a naughty twist. If your ex showed up with weapons and an attitude, would you let her help or let her handcuff you again? Asterisk. The air sizzled. The machine was gone, blown apart by its own power. And in its place, Dax stood glowing, eyes white, chest heaving, armor melted, but his body unbroken. Rhea stared at him like she was seeing him for the first time. Dax, what the hell are you? He looked at her. His voice sounded deeper, layered with static. Something new. The glowing alien now hovering above the wreckage actually looked nervous. You absorbed it, he whispered. That's impossible. Dax smiled. No jokes, no flirting. Just power. He raised one hand, and the ground shook. Metal bent. Stone cracked. The walls began to fold outward like paper. The woman in black stared in shock. Dax, you're not human anymore. He turned to her. Was I ever? Rhea stepped forward, watching him carefully. You still got that flirty smile hidden in there. Or are you full God mode now? He didn't answer, but his lips curved, just a little. That was enough for her. The glowing alien suddenly extended. Both arms and screamed beasts, broken and burned, began crawling up from the pit again. Their bodies stitched together with black wires and alien tech, dozens of them, all controlled. You think glowing makes you strong, the alien said. You're still outnumbered. Dax didn't flinch. I'm human, he said. We don't do fair fights, we win them. He lifted both arms, and everything lit up. Beasts flew backward like leaves in a hurricane. The air turned white. The alien screamed as his control cracked. The woman in black backed off, shielding her face. Rhea didn't move. She just stared at Dax. Damn, she whispered. I knew that body had potential. The glowing alien fell to his knees, blood dripping from his ears. You can't stop us. We are many. Dax walked toward him, glowing brighter with every step, and we're pissed. He reached the alien butt before he could strike. Boom. A hole blew open in the ceiling above. A massive dropship hovered. From it, a voice echoed. Put down the enhanced human. This is UN-17 command. He is a threat to Earth security. Everyone froze. Rhea's eyes widened. That's Earth command. The woman in black cursed. They tracked us. Dax looked up, confused. Wait, I'm saving the damn galaxy. The voice spoke again. You are too powerful, too unstable. We will take you in, or take you down. Rhea stepped in front of him. You shoot him, and I swear, I'll kiss the captain's wife just to piss him off. Dax chuckled. She's already kissed 3 of my exes. You'd fit right in. But the mood shifted. The dropship's weapons powered up. Dax whispered. They're serious. The woman in black pulled her blade. They always are. Then, laser beams shot down straight at Dax. Comment question with a naughty twist. If Earth Command told you to surrender your lover, would you obey orders? Or go rogue for one more night? The lasers hit hard. Flames burst. Smoke filled the chamber. And for a second, everything went still. Rhea's heart sank. Dax, she ran forward through the smoke, eyes stinging. Breath tight. Through the fire, a figure walked out. Burned armor. Cracks of glowing light across his chest. Eyes still white. But now, angry. It was Dax. Still alive. Still glowing. And very done taking orders. He looked up at the UN-17 dropship. They fired at me. He said calmly. The woman in black nodded. Told you Earth Command had trust issues. Yeah, Dax growled. So do I. He raised one hand, and the ship's engine lights flickered, then shut down. Sirens screamed. The ship began to drop. Inside the ship, the captain shouted orders, but it was too late. Dax waved his hand again, and the entire dropship froze midair, suspended like a toy in time. Rhea's jaw dropped. Okay, not gonna lie, I'm kinda turned on right now. Dax turned to her. I'm not done yet. And he wasn't. The glowing alien, the necro controller, had crawled away during the distraction. Cowered. He reached for a hidden blade, a long black spike dripping with neurotoxin. He sprinted toward Rhea from behind, but she didn't flinch. She whispered to slow glow stick, and without even turning, she elbowed him in the jaw. The alien flew back into a wall. Dax reached him into steps, grabbed his neck, and for the first time, his glow dimmed. He looked the alien dead in the eyes. You wanted to mess with humans. His voice was quiet. Dangerous. You forgot what we do when cornered. And he crushed the alien's throat with one hand. Crack. Silence. Rhea stepped beside him. So now what, glowy boy? He looked at her, softened. I don't know, he admitted. I feel like I'm too much now. The woman in black finally stepped forward. You're unstable, but you're still you. She paused, looking between them. And honestly, the sexual tension in here could burn a planet. Rhea smirked. Only if he glows in the right places. Dax chuckled. I glow everywhere. Oh, Rhea raised an eyebrow. Prove it. But before he could, Earth Command sent another message. A new ship, bigger, meaner, Subject 07. You are a failed prototype. Stand down or be terminated. Dax blinked. Prototype? The woman in black froze. Oh no, Rhea looked confused. What do they mean? The voice continued. Experiment 07 was never meant to leave the lab. Human AI fusion must be contained. Rhea's face darkened. You're part AI? Dax didn't answer. Because deep inside, he just realized it was true. His memories had gaps. Implants he never questioned. Power that didn't feel earned. It wasn't just a power surge. It was a program. He wasn't just a human. He was a weapon. And Earth just flipped the kill switch. The ship charged a massive cannon, big enough to level the whole planet side of the arena ruins. Rhea grabbed his hand. Dax, we either run, the woman in black pulled her sword, or we take the fight back to Earth. Dax's eyes glowed again, and he said only one word, war. Comment question with a naughty twist. If your lover turned out to be a secret government weapon, would you still sleep with him or file a complaint? The sky turned black. The Earth Command warship hovered above them like a giant executioner. Laser cannons locked, energy humming. Rhea grabbed Dax's hand tighter. Tell me you have a plan. He stared at the warship, eyes glowing white-hot. On the plan, the woman in black still calm, still deadly readied her swords. I say we hijack the damn ship. Rhea looked up. You serious? She grinned. You're not the only one with a crazy ex, honey. Suddenly the warship fired. A white-hot beam shot down at full force. But Dax, he didn't run. He didn't blink. He caught it with his bare hands. The blast slammed into him like a sun falling from the sky. And he held it, screaming, glowing, melting but not breaking. His boots cracked the ground. His arms shook. But he didn't fall. Behind him, Rhea watched in awe. He's holding a star. The woman in black shouted, now. She launched herself upward. Her boosters fired, slicing past drones, guards, and laser fire. Rhea ran to the base tower, climbed the wreckage like a wildcat. They were going up. Dax pushed the beam back, step by step until it reversed course. And then he hurled the energy blast right back at the ship. Boom! The main cannon exploded. Engines burst into flame. The entire command deck tilted, losing balance. Inside the ship, chaos. Screaming, officers trying to flee. Rhea crashed through a side hatch and kicked two soldiers in the chest. Anyone touches the pilot. She growled, and I'll flirt you into a coma. The woman in black sliced through the bridge, her twin blades humming. Captain's mine. She called, be gentle, Rhea said, grinning. Never. On the ground below, Dax was still glowing. But something was wrong. The circuits in his veins pulsed too fast. His skin cracked like porcelain under stress. Rhea returned to him. We stopped them. You're okay now. He looked at her. But not like before. Not me anymore. Don't say that. I feel too much. I hear everything. I see everything. He looked at her, really looked. I see you, every heartbeat, every thought. She stepped closer, voice soft. Then, you know what I'm thinking now? He nodded. You want to kiss me before I blow up? She smiled. He did too. Then do it, she whispered. He leaned in. Their lips met. A slow, fire-hot kiss full of power, danger, and the end. And then Dax stepped back. His glow was rising again. Too bright now. Too unstable. I can't hold it. The woman in black landed beside them. We need to get off planet. Now, Rhea screamed. Dax, come with us. He shook his head slowly. I'm not going to survive this. Rhea's eyes welled. I'll kill the whole galaxy if you leave me. He smiled. Then they really messed with the wrong human. And with that, Dax launched into the sky. One final glow, one final explosion. A wave of energy burst across the stars, erasing the warship, breaking the control systems of the NECRO-Army. Silence. And then stars blinked back into the sky. On the ground, Rhea collapsed to her knees. The woman in black knelt beside her. You okay? Rhea didn't answer. She just looked at the sky. Was he real? She whispered. And then, from the broken communicator on the ground, a single word buzzed through static. Always. The end. Final naughty comment question. If you're Lover saved the galaxy, but exploded in the sky. Would you cry or write his name on your thigh?